It's a pleasure to see you here, Sprinkles, welcoming you back to Crypto's Juiciest News. Bitcoin has taken a bit of a tumble down. It hit around $96,000. That is in the currency of Americana. Non-believers will get mocked. That's what I'm seeing from this theme. Doesn't look that bad, actually, on this 15-minute chart whatsoever. All over the news, everywhere. What's everybody saying? They're saying J. Powell has ruined Christmas. The market's going to do whatever it's going to do, friends. But if you're curious just what happened, J. Powell, instead of 4 rate cuts next year, he took away 2 of them. He says, you know what, we're only going to do 2 next year. We probably do have some sort of stagflation. What's stagflation? They just pretty much, they go, growth is okay. It's not the highest, but inflation is like, it's a bit too high. So that's the current narrative going on. But we all know there's a bunch of BS anyway, friends. These narratives, they change all the time. But, you know, it doesn't change, actually. The 4-year cycle. That's funny enough. It's kind of funny. Yes, no one ever cites any of that, which is what you and I want. We have this magical enigma that's appeared, and it's the 4-year government debt rollover cycle, and the market still hasn't got a whiff of it. All these normies coming into crypto because they're seeing Michael Saylor do turbo leverage long. They still don't believe. They don't know what this 4-year cycle is. It's literally just money printing, infinite QE from 4 years ago. And now if you check out all the prices, right, Bitcoin, 97K. Ethereum is actually getting walloped. Ethereum's getting destroyed, friends. It's just like, it's so pathetic, man. These 4-year cycles, they really are a thing. We have this Sol ETH ratio, which it still has flipped red. Doesn't mean these things just tank forever, but it is significant. So for you to flip red after doing such a move, it just kind of means it's a bit of a bleeder. We just don't know how long it's going to be. There's a bit of a silver lining in it so right now. I just noticed the Pulse versus Sol ratio. It's actually ticking higher because Solana is dropping and Pulse is obviously too cheap. So this is like your early indication that PulseChain's ready to rip. Just needs the market to recover a bit. Because look at this. So like even on this drop, friends, PulseChain's not dropping as much. So I know you're like, oh, wow, that's bullish. Yeah, it's great. It's just that you never pump. Like, oh, yeah, of course you got to do this. It's just like you never had any gains to give back. That's pretty much why it's happening. Well, let me just cover on the quick news, friends, before we get into the juice of it all. So obviously crypto markets are tumbling. So Uncle Bobby Loukas, he's actually got some cycle stuff here, but I found this fascinating. So this is why, friends, it's always 50-50 in the short term. Uncle Bobby Loukas, I'm going to go through a bit later. The drop he has expecting for Bitcoin, I remember blockchain backer says if we get that type of drop scenario, it's actually the end of the cycle. It's kind of funny. Uncle Bobby's got the V bottom down. I'll show you what that means later on when it comes to it. Actually, while we're here, maybe I will just I actually will throw it up. I'll just change to this 1 hour chart. So actually, let's look at the daily. Maybe it's more obvious. So it's funny. We have the daily chart here. I just love this little chill guy thing. I don't own chill guy, just to let you guys know for everyone new. I just find it hilarious. This looks like the most all-American dad eating sausage sizzles on a Sunday with the kids type of meme for when I look at it. It just evokes this like really, really, really generic worldwide thing that just it makes no sense. But like if you're like, yeah, I'm just a chill guy. That's why I'm just leaving it there as like a little tribute, a little ode. It's kind of funny. See, friends, I talk about stuff I don't own all the time. You got to be out in this field. It's kind of like if you're like a soccer player, you can't okay. Some people, yeah, they're just like, you know what? Everybody who's not on my team, I hate. Okay, you're like a low level pleb. But other people who like appreciate the game, they appreciate other players from other teams as well. Or like congratulate them, or like watching their games, or watching like high level, elite level players. Now look at this. This is Bitcoin. So if we go down here. I remember, if you remember, like BCB had 2 scenarios where it was like, you know what, we keep going along this parabola and then that's it. Okay, but if we come down here, I think Uncle Bobby, see, BCB had, if we come down here, this is like distribution part. And like this area is almost like the final alt season, pretty much. I know it's scary, but like, man, they're just drawing squiggly lines, bro. And you know what, friends? I'll tell you something. I've never heard from anybody else refer to the 4-year cycle as much as I have. No one, not even close. Of course, we learned it all from Raoul Powell, Mick Hovell, and yeah, we believe. But everyone else doing these squiggly line stuff, you're missing the big picture every single time. Every time when it comes to that. But it's funny, like when they get to the 4-year cycle, they have their own trading strategy to navigate it, or they'll like come to the end of the cycle. But yeah, like It was just like, oh, I matched these 7 series of squiggly lines to get here, but they're not guaranteed to even get the next one, so we'll see. So if you've noticed by now, maybe you haven't, I'm wearing a state-of-the-art Panda disguise, because I know there's a lot of bears, there's a lot of Jeets, so I like to play with them, friends. I want to go into their forest, like, what are they doing? You know, what type of soy milk are they drinking today? Okay, because they definitely don't stand on their 2 legs. They have no straight postures over there. So basically, I like to just, I want to feel what they're feeling. I want to go in, I want to see like, okay, I know you're a Jeet. I know you believe in nothing. I know you stand for nothing. I know you're just an empty vessel. I know you're a soy boy. Your wife's boyfriend pretty much took her out for the weekend last year. She still hasn't come home. I get all these, but I really want to know, why do you think that your answer is to have an expectation with the crowd of a 10x on your altcoins to Jeet out and then leave forever? Why is that? And why do you think that's going to work this time when your whole life in crypto has just been you losing? You're just like the definition of literally a complete loser. You've literally won at nothing. You have no vision. Why is this one going to work? I want to know, why is it going to be this one that's going to be your trophy when everything else you've touched has literally turned to dog shit? So I want to get into their mindset, friends. That's what we're doing here. And you'll enjoy it as we continue on. Bitcoin Miner Marathon Digital, so Mara, actually stands for woman. It's an Arabic word for woman. Mara. They bought the 15,500 BTC and it was about 1.5 billion. So this was reported weeks ago. So this is what we want to see. We want to see more FOMO from Michael Saylor. We want to see this turbo leverage. And what I also like seeing is everyone comes out and says, this ain't going to end well. This is going to get destroyed. This ain't going to end well. I've even seen some noobs in the industry, like some guys who are amazing traders. Like, you know, one of the hedge fund guys, I forgot his name, Jason. I forgot his surname. But yeah, they're thinking like, oh, I want to see Michael Saylor tested. I want like Bitcoin to go back to 60,000 to test him. See what I mean? I'm like, bro, it's just, Habib, you're a boomer. Okay, we got a 4-year cycle. We ain't going back to 60K. And how do I know that? Magic. I don't really know that. It's just like, this happens every single time. As soon as the leverage starts appearing and it comes out to the media, the contrarians out there, they come and say, oh, this ain't going to work. Habib, where were you as a contrarian? Where were you when Bitcoin was 15K, bro? Where was you? Oh, yeah, I'm an amazing trader. Like, where were you, bro? I want to know where all of yous were. Where was your contrarian thinking down here? Huh? How come now, as the 4-year cycle starts to get into the most sexiest part, now you just want to be contrarian like halfway through the moves? I want to know that. You got any answer for me? Because they don't know what they're doing, friends. They're just coming out and guessing like, oh, this is going to end bad. Yeah, it's going to end bad. Okay, yeah, but there's going to be like literally infinite money printer coins raining from the sky before we get to that point. So not everyone's cut out to make it, friends. It's scary. Only the 1%. You need 1% paranoia. Only the paranoid survive. Okay, so yes, you're hopping in, but that's my friends. Like your paranoia, I use it to my advantage. You get in the bear market because I'm like, oh man, I'm so paranoid. Like, because I got to get in now. If I don't swallow it now, I have to like buy the highs with everyone else later on. Okay, it brings so much fear into me. So like, it basically forces you to be better. It's kind of like soccer players, friends. Soccer players, they're running, and they're paranoid that, like, you know, if they pass it to their teammate, maybe the other striker, too early, he's going to run out of steam. He won't be able to score the goal. So what they just naturally do is, okay, but you don't use the word paranoia. You just say, oh, they're playing the game. See, so they might like run deep into the field on one side, create space, and then create an opening for their player. You know what I mean? Just because they've run this scenario 10 times, but you can't pause them and ask them like a 3-hour interview, like, why did you run for an extra 4 seconds down the line? Why didn't you just pass straight away? Do you understand? Like, they don't even have time to explain it for you. It's sports IQ. That's what we're doing here. This is markets IQ. Okay. And remember, it's a believer's cycle, and it's very apparent that the Jeets will be selling early and selling for way lower than they think in 2025. This is like the chess pieces here. Here is the bull. It's actually moving the bull, friends. Actually, another cool meme coin out here in Solana. But look, man, like Solana meme coins is all great. I'm just telling you right now, you're just in Jeet land. And yes, friends, let's check out the US yield curve. Let's go to the juice of the stuff. Like, yeah, man, it is. Here we go. This is the 100% predictor of recession is actually now. Oh, it's starting. Remember, this is a 2-month thing. Now, you got to remember, when it comes to these, friends, look, yield curve, I know you predict recession and stuff, but I'm going off the 4-year cycle. It's even Lynn Alden mentioned, okay, it's a fiscal dominance Macroeconomic world now. Fiscal dominance. Remember, there's fiscal and there's monetary. Monetary is the central bank nerds. Evil scum nerds. And then we have fiscal is the government spending. So remember, it's kind of funny, right? Because they use these different terms. Oh, it's a fiscal dominance type of thing. What does that mean, bro? I'm just telling you what that means. It means the 4-year cycle. That's what it means. It means 4-year government debt rollover cycle. They borrow on a credit card. They have a 3-year, a 4-year, and a 5-year credit card. The average duration is 4 years. Yes, and they print money off one to go pay the other. And when they do, we get the Bitcoin halvening banana run. But the Bitcoin, see, this is what I love. Okay, I can actually see the vision. That's why I know we're going to smash it and do really well. That's why I'm really bullish. Okay, I'm really bullish because everybody is denying the holy 4-year cycle. Everyone is denying it. Okay, they're denying it in their hearts. Why? Because all I'm saying, do you understand how excited I get whenever I see, like, every day or two, I'm coming across someone who's like, oh, the Bitcoin halvening, the inflation rate is like so small, so the halvening doesn't count for anything anymore. I'm like, yes, you have no idea. Okay, so right under your nose, okay, right under your nose that you've been using a bit too much on a Saturday night has been the 4-year government debt cycle, which by pure coincidence lands exactly with the 4-year halvening cycle for Bitcoin. Okay. The government, they print money and then they have a bonanza for the year after. So that's actually where we land. That's why it's spooky. And everyone thinks it's the 4-year, it's the halvening. It actually ain't the halvening. It's a 4-year government debt rollover cycle. And that's beautiful. They haven't figured it out yet. You know when they'll figure it out? Maybe when I catch them with my Pokeball next year, and maybe Bitcoin's 200K plus. Alt seasons have been amazing. We had the double bubble. Everyone's like, oh, crap, you know, but that's the funny part. They're not going to believe in it anymore. They're going to say it's going to keep going. Now, because you're Sprinkles and a baby doll, I'm going to show you the others BTC ratio. Man, whoa, this is deep. You Jeets are going to get wrecked, man. This is it. This is it. So, man, friends, that is a whopper. Oh, my gosh. What the hell? We went from alt season, cancelled. Wow, man, that would be, man. Look, I know one of you actually said to me, Sommi, what happens if this thing goes all the way down? Well, if it goes all the way down, sir, I guess it just goes all the way down. We can't do anything about it. You just have to accept these. So, like, I know I'm trying to predict things, but like, I don't try to, it's fully 50-50 in the short term. It's always 50-50, man. And I'm like, oh, I guess we went up and I guess up. Who cares? Okay, all these people trying to do these little daily charts and stuff here and there, man. Oh, man, look at that. And yeah, man, that is deep. You're probably wondering, so is alt season still on? Well, look, green's green, man. So look, I really think it's still on. I think it's still on. However, man, look, here's a funny part, friends. Look, I have the two fractals here. Look at this. Everyone thinks they're going to be selling an altcoin here. Remember, this is the ratio of altcoins to BTC, friends. So if this thing goes, you got to check it out. If this thing goes, so here's the thing. We were at like 20%, okay? See, this is 0.2, we're at 20%. So everyone thought, this is funny, man. So others BTC to the top there it goes from 20 to 40. That's a 2x, okay? So this distance here is a 2. So pretty much everyone was expecting, okay, everyone still is expecting, by the way. They're still expecting it now, that the others index will go 2 times whatever Bitcoin does. So if Bitcoin goes up like 50%, to say, I think that's the average, they expect Bitcoin to go to 150K in the next 3 or 4 months. So if Bitcoin goes to 50%, the average altcoin does a double on that. So you do 2 times like 1.5, then you have 3. Okay, now you have a 3x. So their baseline is 3x. But it's interesting because every person thinks they're in the unicorn. You see, that's why everyone's target is 10x. Because they think, okay, the index is going to go 3 and I'm going to get a 10. So basically what they're saying is, so this is typical crypto, right? Everyone thinks they're in the upper echelon of expectations, or like they're all in the unicorn. That's why everyone says like, oh, I'm going to get the 10x and I'm going to Jeet out and I'm going to watch all you guys suffer for 3-4 years. Yeah, good luck with that one. More like, it's realistic, more like, we're going to get here, all right, nowhere near, and then we're going to come back down or something. And see, friends, there is this retracement part. So when you get here, see, here's the funny part. The timing works. You just don't know the distance of the move. So the timing works. So we probably do peak out somewhere in like March, April. But what's the peak? If the peak's down here, man, that'll be absolutely shocking. Imagine we just go back to the top of this. And yeah, you're probably thinking, oh, no one's going to get out. Yes, they will. They don't sell there because there's a crash news that's accompanied with it. Might be, oh, recession, slow growth, FUD. Doesn't matter what it is. You know what it is, okay? And in the midst of this, might be, okay, all the Jeets are out, everyone out, friends. I'm just going to show you the onslaught of stuff we're going to have. Like, check out these red thumbnails that have appeared already. Urgent, selling, breaking. It's time to sell. Huge crash. Urgent. The crypto bull run is in big trouble. Here's why. Just like, oh, this, friends, is literally, I grabbed these in 2 seconds. If I spent like literally a couple of minutes, I could grab more and more. But you get the point out here. They're just coming out, everyone straight away, man. Now, if we go and check out the weekly chart, everything looks all right. It looks the same. Yes. Remember though, it's exactly the same from this 4 years ago period. But we need to finish off this thing with higher. Man, it was repeating exactly the same. So what do you do, man? I don't know what to do, friends. All I know is, look, we are still green on the weekly SuperTrend. We're like way in a bull market. When is it actually over? If we close a week under 75K, okay, that's it. So as long as Bitcoin is above 75K and it's kind of closing the week, it's fine. Remember Japan Pokemon Island, friends? They really tried to scam us with this one. They really, isn't that funny? How BS was this? Look when it happened. It happens right here, right before the up only run. It's a bunch of BS. So we were down here. Remember how depressed I was, man? But then we ended up reversing. We came close. We ended up going up. So yes, if you want to know how much of a believer cycle it can look like, if we go back to the last Donald Trump cycle, look what happened. Look at all these fake outs out here. You see, everyone thought it was over. It was over. It was over. It was over. See that? That's 4 times, man. It actually kept going up. And then we kept going up. And look at this. Everyone thought it was over here. And then like it just kept going up. And then at the end, it just started accelerating. And then when it was finally over, no one believed it because it just had so many times of showing strength. Now, don't worry about the macroeconomics, about like, oh, the rates and the yields and all these other things. Don't worry about them because what we've actually found is like these things were shifting and morphing every single crypto cycle as well. They were. And it didn't matter. Fiscal dominance for your government debt rollover cycle, okay? So if you want me to start panicking and start changing stuff, there'd have to be a worldwide news where US government is taking the lead and they're changing the duration of their debt. And it's no longer an average of 4 years, all right? That's what it would like. That's what would change everything. But here's the thing, if they're going to change it, you got to understand, friends, the economy's died in 2008. So if, this is the funny part, if they change it, it would have to be shorter cycles because they have no money. So like if it's an average of 4 years, they can't go make it an average of 8 years. Like you can't survive without the money printer for 8 years to go do your money printing thing. You can't survive that. That would like make our crypto cycles worse off for longer. You can't do that. Okay, they have to bring it forward, which is funny, which means if they change it, they would have to make the cycle shorter and have these bigger, faster booms and busts. They're killing off the system faster and faster. But I don't think they're going to change anything. I mean, they're not going to change anything. No one even knows what the hell is going on. We're like one of the very, very lucky few that Mick Hovel, okay, made research and Raoul Powell covered it. We're so lucky. 99.9% of Raoul Powell's audience, they don't understand it because I see all the comments and stuff out here, and there's a lot of people. They're like, oh yeah, I like crypto, and they like watching him speak. They don't actually understand what this stuff goes on. But that's the whole point of it, right? Check this out as well. Always look for a cheap price, and always try to look for clues that a price is cheap. Ratios, macro charts, big discounts. Cheap prices will cure all problems, but there's no crypto altcoin which can save you from buying too high. Ain't that the truth? This is us, friends, sailing on the SS Friendship. You're always looking for a cheap price. The crowd yelling, is everybody worried? Yes, that's the thing. So best way to know that pretty much you're getting a cheap price. Hey, look around. Is everybody skits? Oh, you are? Okay, the price is pretty much cheap. Because if there's skits, there's a red monthly candle, there's a red weekly candle. You pretty much almost guarantee it. Even if you check right now, friends, the Bitcoin monthly candle, it just recovered a bit here, but it flipped green. Sorry, it flipped red. It was just red like a couple of minutes ago. So you can just see this. And this is December. We never had a red one in December. So you never know. Maybe it does like a little low high recovery. And then January actually has a poopy period, but it usually had a thrust up first. Let's continue on as well. We have the Russell 2000, friends. Now, the Russell 2000 is my picture. I just called it a scam. It's obviously a joke. The Russell 2000, man, I mean, like, you little SLUT, you little thing. Like, this Russell 2000, what an actual scam. You piece of trash. US small cap shit coins. Look at this. It, like, friends, spent 4 years, go to the high. And I remember I'm telling you, like, hey, stock markets don't do this. They don't just accidentally go to the high. What did the Russell 2000 do? Yep, we accidentally went to the high. See us. But we'll probably fine, friends. Everything's going to be all right. But as you can see, man, this is not normal, all right? The Russell 2000's heavy. Others, BTC, I've shown you, is like the heaviest it's been in every single cycle. It's getting more damp each time. Yeah, so they are heavy. And, like, I know it's kind of wild for what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, look, I still think we might not even diminish this cycle, man. However, you got to wait the whole one. You got to wait the whole cycle. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that if we check it out, of course, friends, I'm just totally guessing here. You check out these altcoins, maybe we still somehow end up here. We still do, okay? But everyone was hoping, we were all hoping, double wave, sweet, okay, maybe this first wave is dampened. And look, like this is it's giving us clues that where we're gonna be in March when everyone's cheating. I've showed you all the polls, all the Twitter comments. Everyone's like, oh, I'm dreaming of selling. I'm gonna sell on my 10x. You are gonna get spanked. You have no idea how this works. You're not even a real believer. I'm gonna sell on my little 10x. You've learned nothing, Habib. And friends, it's even shown itself here, like I've said, in the Russell 2000. It's showing itself. Like in the past cycles, the Russell 2000, it was not this heavy. So look, I can actually show it to you. If we go back, I've got the vertical lines on my chart to show you the Bitcoin halvening, just for a marker, so you can separate by the cycle. See this? So by December, look at this. By December, friends, it was breaking the highs already. Look at this. December 2020, it was breaking new highs. And it wasn't doing these huge, like, whee! You see that? And just starting to keep moving up. And then if you go to even the cycle before that, once again, look what it ended up doing. You see, it breaks. Look what this December did. This was this December. It goes up, sweet. We've broken the high. Look at this, see? The high is emphatically broken, and oh, sweet. Now we're grinding into all-time new highs. We are equivalent. We went here and went bang. Okay, so it's like, you're looking at them, it just, there's so many clues just telling us, something ain't right here. Right now, something ain't right in terms of everyone who wants this dream of jeeting out on a 10x so they can walk away for 4 years. Friends, I can feel it with family, friends, and members, man. Everyone's done. Everyone is mentally done. They're mentally done. They totally regret. A lot of people, most, totally regret crypto. They totally regret it. They wish they just bought Bitcoin. Okay, I can feel it. I know what everyone's saying. That even Ethereum's getting absolutely destroyed. The ETH-BTC ratio is back to cuck land. So, I mean, having a look at it here. Look at this. It literally comes all the way back down. It has to do this, like, double bottom trash. Everyone's feeling, I know what everyone's saying. It's not me guessing. Like, everyone is actually saying, biggest regret, Bitcoin's the only thing. Everyone's just a total scam. Totally wasted 4 to 5 years, bleeding out all my BTC ratio. Yeah, I know what everyone's saying. Now, here's the thing. That manifests itself somewhere. So that's why I know everyone's ready to let go early next year. That's good, man. That's good. Get out. I want them out. You want them out. Now, what would it actually mean? So if they're letting go, what would it actually mean? Well, I'm just totally guessing. Okay, totally guessing. It would be like maybe your portfolio on average from today, depending on the coins you're in, does around 3 to 5x. Okay, let's just say a 5 from here. Hopefully it's a 5. In next 4 to 5, it crashes back down to either back to this price or maybe 50% higher or 2x. Okay, so it's like you had a $100,000 portfolio. You go up, your top tick 450,000, and you crash back down to, like, you know, between 100 to 200. You know, maybe hopefully like 150. But in that chaos, remember, the alt season wave number 1, friends, it gets everybody out, okay? And even if you go back to Bitcoin, right? If you go back to Bitcoin in 2017, you know, in alt season wave number 1, friends, I know for a fact, do you know how many anecdotal stories? I remember Powell, so many of you got out here when Bitcoin went down here. So many. I think blockchain backer might have even sold here. I'm not even joking. Back, everyone was new. Everyone sold here. Everyone thought it's over. They sold the Bitcoin at like 2 to 3K. Okay, then this was alt season wave number 1. Okay, and the crash. So this is alt season wave number 1 here. It crashes down. Everyone's over, and then we actually continued up higher. So wouldn't it be fascinating if something like that repeats again? We got alt season wave number 1. Everyone believes the news actually sell on it. Because they'll throw anything at you, friends. Like, aliens are coming down for real now, actually. You know what I mean? And there's going to be the yield curve, and there's going to be a recession. So you get the point by now. Don't forget, I speak for the forgotten ones. That's what I'm here to do. I speak for the little guy, little girl, little squirrel, little pup and duck. Just because I defend people's bags doesn't mean I own some either. Something you learn about me. I will fight for you, friends. Don't worry. If you listen to the market, it basically tells you when it's choosing stuff. Okay, right now they're choosing to be Jeets. And I know Jeets don't make it. You got to buy in the bloody depression. You have to buy, you have to hold in that. And then you have to sell in euphoria. And it's a believer cycle, man. If you don't get the euphoria, in my books, I ain't selling. I don't care how high the price is. Okay, now we can dream about a day like that. But yes, that's what you're waiting for. I've also got this post here I've mentioned to you before, friends. This might be the first crypto cycle where we don't get a diminished gain. But here's the thing, friends. So to convince people of that, that anything's possible, remember, there's a lot of people here with intentions to Jeet. That's why I've conceptualized like some sort of big event at the end of next year, which is a white swan. Because if everyone thinks the 4-year cycle is over and early, because everyone thinks, oh, I'm going to front run this 4-year cycle hocus pocus trash. So they're going to get out early. So something has to get them back in. Something has to, the same people who Jeet, which I'll show you now, right here, the same people who Jeet here, okay, maybe it comes here, they Jeet out here. I feel it in my bones. Something has to come up and just make them think, you know what? It's all going to be great. And that's actually the end. Okay. Something has to come out. 2 alt season waves. You know, no one said they have to be equal length. No one said they have to do different. Like in 2021, the first one was the mania. The second one was the truncated piece of trash scam one. Okay. What if we invert it now? What if the first one we get's a scam? Because the believer cycle, right? If the first one's a scam, you just got to believe, you know what? Next one's going to be bigger and better, and there will be a next one. There won't be a bear market. Like, just think about how your brazen balls, your steel, brass balls, there's titanium plates on your nuts here. When you just, to say that, when everyone's been waiting for so long, the expectations get destroyed, and they're running for the hills. I still think we can get to that 10 trillion zone mark, friends. I still believe that. Just the waves. That's why I'm like, look, okay, maybe we do get 2 nice waves. We do, okay, but you win anyway. Who cares? Like, I'm not going to be running around with a trophy like, oh, yeah, I guessed it right. I don't care. No, I don't care about guessing right. It doesn't really matter. We're here to prepare. The people who don't make it, friends, they never prepared. So then it does something they weren't expecting. They sell and they leave, okay? Or they just like that they walk away. If you walk away, you miss the free money stuff. You see, you're not even looking at the market. Now, shout out to CryptoMommy from my Telegram. So you're a mummy, you got some kids, you got some little squirrels out there. So she wanted me to explain, she goes, it's hard for her to understand my accent, which is understandable, you know what I mean? Now here's the thing, even if just people who can understand my accent, they still can't understand what I'm talking about 90% of the time. Now, so I explained in nice simple words what's actually been happening with this white swan. Because like, I know when you're new, when you follow people, you're like, oh, you're here 18 hours a day, therefore, and then you make an incorrect conclusion. You think, oh, you must know what's happening every single like day. Where do we go tomorrow? Where do we go yesterday? Like, where are we moving up? No, it's wrong. So you're rolling the dice every time. However, over the long term, the dice roll, you have higher odds of guessing it. Okay, so it's kind of like, okay, you got children. Okay, you know, like for example, let's say your kid's like 5 years old. Okay, imagine I ask for you, okay, tomorrow at school, is your kid gonna feel happy or sad at 11 in the morning at recess? You don't know. You're like, oh, I can't guess that. Okay, now, what about I said to you, hey, what are the chances your child will be driving a car in 15 years from now when they're 20 years old. You're like, oh, there's probably a 99.9% chance, you know, unless there's like some sort of sickness or illness or something happens. Yeah, 99.9% chance. See what I mean? You're like, oh, you could guess that really long-term thing in the future, but tomorrow, the emotion of your child, you have no idea, okay? So that's pretty much what I'm trying to show everyone here. Like, hey, the long-term thing is still the same, okay? But this short-term stuff, the stuff that, because this is the thing, no one thinks like that, okay? Everyone's thinking in the short term. Humans, we can only estimate, friends, the next 3 to 6 months. That's actually what the markets do. We estimate the next 3 to 6 months. And guess what? Everybody is thinking they're going to make a 10x in the next 3 to 6 months, sell and leave. So if everyone's thinking like that, it has impacts on this price action. So then, okay, you know what? Everyone's thinking of one thing. Sweet. It's just like the traffic jam example I told you. Like imagine you're going, like you're in a city, and the television news tells everybody, hey, there's going to be a traffic jam at 8 a.m. What happens? People leave their house early to go to work, and then they become the traffic jam at like 6 a.m. Then there's a traffic jam anyway. They're like, crap, you know what I mean? Because they all left at the same time to do that. That's pretty much what happened. That's how markets work. But then eventually the traffic jam gets out, okay? But you just have to believe. Of course, you got to wait in there, get your little soda pop and stuff, and you'll be making it. So when it comes to these, I said, right, I was bringing a scenario where next year, all the people who sell early start to buy back in at the end of the 4-year cycle. I wanted to show you it's possible. That's all. So in the midst of this chaos where people have these because I know the crowd's expectations never get met. Okay, I just know that. I'm just telling you, like, yeah, I'll basically go all in on that idea because they never get met. We don't have one single scenario where like, oh, we all dreamed of $500,000 BTC and then we all got it and we all sold and we won. Okay, no. So you never know the news. I was just guessing these white swan events. I just want to show you it is possible for me standing here today, looking long term, to say, oh, we can get screwed short term, but we still win long term. And I made this event. I showed you what there's a maybe I'll just use the term white swan, like a big money printing event or a big government announcement. It makes people believe the 4-year cycle is broken and they have to get back into crypto at the end of next year, okay? And that might be walking themselves right into the 4-year cycle trap, But I'm telling you about it now. Why? Because if you wait for that moment, no one's going to believe you, okay? You won't have any preparation. You think, oh, the 4-year cycle really is broken, okay? But what if someone has been like waiting for this moment? For interesting friends, I've been talking about December 2025 since 2022. Everyone who's known me, I've literally only said that date, holding to December 2025. I was always hoping deep down we'd be able to get out early. Every single time this year, I'm like, you know what? Can this be the one where we just keep going up? But nothing was broken the cycle. And look, we are just guessing. In every single post-Bitcoin halvening year, 2013, 2017, 2021, okay? And now 2025. So in every single one, there are 2 alt season waves. 2, okay? They're of different magnitude, yes? In 2013, there was a big bonanza one at the end. In 2017, there was a big bonanza one at the end. So both of them were nice in 2017. 2021's screwed everybody over. The first one was big. The second one, full scam. And that's what everyone has PTSD from. Now, because everyone remembers the scam one, they have now gone like, oh, you know what? For this alt season, like, I want to get out. That's why I'm just saying to you, it's possible we get a trash one at the start, but the big one comes later on. It is possible. It's also possible that the 4-year cycle doesn't work anymore. It's all over. It is also possible there. It's just that, like, I don't want to bet against that personally. Now, friends, I want to show you Uncle Bobby's post here. So Uncle Bobby is looking at this cycle. So sometimes we just look at other people just to guess things and like, but really, man, everyone's around 50 to 75% strike rate anyway. Uncle Bobby, since the 4-year cycle low, Bitcoin has seen 4 major weekly cycle advances. Okay, this is the gains of it, right? Not saying the weekly cycle has topped, but we sure are in that area. So if you look closely, okay, Uncle Bobby has like this wick down to like this 75 to 80K. Now, these numbers aren't perfect, okay? These wick down to 75K. But if you remember, friends, remember at the beginning of this show, I just told you, if we drop that hard, I remember from BCB's charts, he's like, oh, he had 2 scenarios. One, we just keep going up. 2, he goes, if we drop that hard, that's actually the end of the cycle. But yeah, just guessing, man. It's like, look, if someone draws a specific squiggly line on a chart here, we like looking at them. It's astrology. It literally is like astrology for men. We like looking at them, but it doesn't change my 4-year cycle thesis. Like your squiggly line, I know there's a squiggly line there. I know, but are you changing the 4-year government debt rollover cycle? No? Okay, sweet. Therefore, the squiggly lines are just like for entertainment purposes. This is a zoom up of it actually right now. You get to see it. it drops right here. So yeah, it's kind of funny. See, friends, everyone's just guessing, man. Everyone's guessing. If we got a tumble like that, whatever. I'm gonna hold anyway. And Uncle Bobby here talking about Powell. I think Powell just ruined Christmas. Very rare for a cycle to recover from this type of move, especially as the weekly cycle that began back in August is very deep in the cycle. My view is now more than likely the declining phase is in control with a January 15th to 20th potential low. So that is the stock market. And then people ask him, is this specifically for stocks or also for Bitcoin? He goes, specifically for stocks. And he says, what about crypto here? I think it's following. So he basically says this chart is just for like stocks, but yeah, a crypto, I think it's following. So whatever. And you can't control these, friends. These things come around, random news events, ping stuff. It is what it is. Now, this made me actually laugh. A week or two ago, I posted crypto Crapo was bullish. And unfortunately, he's actually still bullish. I'm expecting a strong bounce from here. So, oh man, we're in denial. Like, oh, maybe, you remember in the Telegram? Yeah, I think Crapo's right this time. But we knew deep down. We knew deep down. Oh my God, he really is becoming an inverse Jim Crapo. My gosh, like he has, like, my gosh, 2 years of this. So, he's actually, I can't believe it, man. This is, by the way, this is right before the crash, friends. This was about 12 hours ago. So yeah, we did drop down, man. That's actually kind of funny when I actually check where we were. Oh no, friends, Bitcoin was 101K when I posted, and then it drops down to 96. That's funny. That's funny. 96. It's just yes, it is what it is. Now I'm gonna show you this last thing. I'm gonna show you like there's a Jeet infestation, friends. There is soy boy, soy girl, soy infused, paper hands. Lettuce hands Larry, paper hands Pete, all of them. Okay? They're having a little soy party over here. And it infects everyone. Not you and me, though. We do our push-ups. We're eating protein. We eat broccoli. Okay? So, it does show itself out in the marketplace. It's not just me going, oh, I think people are doing this. No. Like, I'm going to show you this, okay? So, this one guy, look at this kid. I got my wallet drained that had $3,000 in soy. Had $1,000 left to my name. Then I started a coin. I went all in. Now I'm sitting at $30,000 unrealized at 18 years old. Okay, so it's an 18-year-old kid. He comes in. Now, here's the thing, man. I'll be honest. Yeah. You're on, I guarantee, okay, you're on Soy Lana. He's on Soy Lana. Probably going to round trip. But he has to learn not to be a Jeet. Okay. Do you honestly think people who made it, oh yeah, I bought this one thing and it went up, now I'm worth 8.5 million? No. Okay. You don't make it like that. It's a test of your character. You got to imagine there's all these opportunities, right? One of them's a home run. You don't know which one. One of them. Okay. If you are gonna Jeet, you have to Jeet everything. However, if you want to see the home run, you never Jeet yourself to retirement. You won't, okay? If you want to see the home run, you have to let all of them play out, all of them. Even if there are 100 and the first 99 round trip, you got to believe number 100 works. Not everybody is built for this game. How badly do you want it though? How badly do you want it? Okay? So look at all the comments. Look at all people in the comments after reading that. All of them, friends, telling him to rug. They're actually telling him, rug it. Exit and leave, dump on everyone. All of them. You can just tell, like, look at this soy infestation. Unrealized. Enjoy this unrealized. It's a special because it will turn into your first realized round trip. Unrealized is not P&L. Now you get to lose 30,000 all over again. Look at these tweets. Rug it, sell. All of these people, friends. All these people. Comment after comment after comment, telling him, sell. You see that? So I've accompanied it here. So everyone, right, they're telling this kid to rug. And I'm actually saying shame on them. I'll comment in there, guys, shame on you. You actually, you little soy boy, little Jeets with your hunchbacks in your room temperature water. You're sitting on, I don't hear a single squeak on any of your chairs. Of course not. You're wearing brown, tarnished, crumpled slippers. Can't support anyone's foot in there. Can't even get your foot in. That's how crumpled they are. Stop rugging and start believing. You don't make it with his Jeet mentality. Look, I'm not, it's not even financial advice, friends. Statistically, You're not going to make it. That's it. You literally can't make it. Okay. It's like, yes, if you want to win a 100-meter sprint, yes, stopping every 3 steps to tie your shoelace and eat a donut, you're not going to make it, bro. You're not going to make it. That's what it is. It's literally when someone says, "I keep cheating," you can't make it. It's literally impossible for you to make it. Because, so you want to know why, friends? It's a cycle year. There's periods of down and periods of up. Now, when periods of up come, people confuse their brains for a bull market. So what they do is they see money coming in, Jeet, and they think it's going to last forever. But actually, it's only for a window of time. So coins, assets, they're going to play their whole move in that period. And these people think they're going to keep cheating. But what they don't know is on the period down, they're going to be losing money trading. And they don't make it anyway. So then they have to sit with everybody else anyway. So pretty much, you have a 4-year cycle, right? In the year that goes up, the guy who holds makes like, maybe like a 1,200% on the whole portfolio. Well, literally like a 13x, okay? And then in the next cycle, they can make like a 400% on it. Like, so you made like 50%, you made 50x. Okay, 50x. All you did was like hold. You did nothing. But in that period of that like 1,200%, so the Jeet traders, they have like this gambling mentality. Like they think they're gonna like leverage their account up and they're gonna make a lot. Yes. Okay. Friends, there's like 50 profitable traders on Twitter. There are literally 999,000. There's always guys, South America, India, random Asian guys. You guys are all getting blasted. I can't believe you guys just have this Jeet mentality, trading. But I know what it is, man. It's personality style. These people, they see that one thing, they see that one rug coin that goes down, and they're like, oh, I'm out. Like, bro, because like you have a scarcity mindset. So in their scarcity mindset, they think, oh, I have like $5,000 to my name. So if I put all $5,000 there, I lose. But they don't have abundance mindset, which is, hey, you know that $5,000, why don't you put it across 10 coins that you research? Why don't you research 10 coins, you split it across 10, maybe make a 10x out of all of it, and you can keep rolling it forward. But that's an abundance mindset because they can't think like that. Because they're like, oh, because what they think in their mind is if they split the $5 grand and now they have $500, they're looking at it and they're like, oh, that's not going to make me anything. Yeah, because you're a Jeet. Because you think being up a 2x is a plus 100% move in your mind, and I'm outperforming Warren Buffett, I've got to get out. The volatility of crypto is too big, Vince. The slippage, and you don't get a chance, oh, I'm taking a 10% loss. No, but we're swinging minus 50% every 15 seconds here. Okay, it's either zero or hero. That's technology investing, okay? Either the thing doesn't work and it dies to zero, or it succeeds and it pumps it for your exit liquidity, pretty much, okay? What we call our companion traders, okay? So overall, reading this, I mean, I even wrote it. It shows you how poor and wrecked most people are. They'll never truly make it. Our competition is weak. We will win. So when I see this out, I actually like it. I like it. Yeah, shame on them, but I like it. I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm not gonna shy away from it. I enjoy that. I enjoy reading that because I go, oh, look at these little plebs. Look how weak the competition is. If it's literally like, okay, you're an NFL player and you watch the other team and they're like really like they're 350 pounds and they run out of breath when they just walk. They can't walk upstairs. Okay, how excited would you be? Sweet, this is gonna be the easiest game of my life. Yeah, that's what I see. I see this field of people, all of them talking about cheating like that. I go, you're not gonna make it because what ends up happening? Just to tell you how it works, friends. Okay, these people. Okay, see that in their short-term mentality. Let's say PulseChain starts pumping next year. Let's say there's the Hyperloop. Okay, these people are gonna rush in because they're seeing everyone make money. But like if these guys are going to be pumping Pika and Dick with Bart and Teddy Bear and a Tropa, they don't know what the hell they're doing. They're just trading things on a chart that's moving with a lot of volume. Okay, so these are the people coming in. They're like, oh, I've got 200 grand, and they'll try to scalp for like a 10% profit. But they're inserting like 200,000 in. All these people, 200,000 to try to take out 220, back and forth. And then they're going to be ratcheting up the PulseX buy and burn. These guys are going to be pushing things up to price discovery. Do you see what I mean? This is how it all works. I can see it. I've been here. I know how markets work. This is actually what occurs. But in their like little window of time, they don't know, oh, you're actually trading the top, but they don't care. They don't care because they're just trading momentum in that moment. But here's the thing. Someone's going to come do it. But what I'm telling you is if you end up being that guy or girl or pup or squirrel who wants to go participate there, you're going to regret it. Because you'll have nothing to show for it at the very, very end. You'll be on Coinfessions Rekt Like all those, how many times I've shown you those stories, friends, by now. I'm showing you Coinfessions Rekt people. They've been through so many cycles, nothing to show for it. Nothing. And they always say, oh, I bought the top of this and I got rugged, and I went this and I got rugged. Like, you know deep down, bro, you're buying and selling, you're buying and selling. If you just sat on one thing and held and you just DCA into stuff, you would eventually find the winner. It's literally impossible, okay? But they just didn't believe hard enough. So this is a believer cycle. If we go back and check others BTC, this pullback is deep. But maybe, friends, you know, it's just a sign that when we get up here, they're going to Jeet out. Everyone thinks it's going much, much higher. They Jeet out. We come here. They're going to do recession part. But hey, somehow, I don't know exactly how, somehow we get there. I don't know the exact path. I don't know the exact line. And by the way, even if I did know, you wouldn't believe me. Like, imagine I told you, this is funny, you would never believe this. Go back 4 years ago. Imagine I told you in January, by the way, so this is altcoins are still down 99%. And I said to you, hey, we're going to have a world zombie virus that the insiders know. The yield curve is going to predict it. And then the zombie virus is going to crash us. They're going to print so much money that we actually have this DeFi season. We tumble back down, and then we're going to have dog coins and meme coins. Dogecoin hits 100 billion market. You would never believe that in your wildest dreams, even if I told you that. And then imagine I told you, hey, people are going to be paying $400,000 for a JPEG with a monkey on it. Justin Bieber's going to pay 1.1 million for that JPEG, by the way. You would never believe it, man. You're like, what? Zombie virus? JPEGs? Yes, but that all happened. We know that all happened. We were here. And that's why I'm saying to you, okay, imagine I told you all those Jeets are going to Jeet out somewhere here, and then some sort of white swan event comes out, and somehow we just convince them to buy back into the 4-year cycle. You never believe it. You'd literally never believe it. That's what happened in the last cycle, by the way. So if you would like to know, so Lady CryptoMommy and everyone else, 4 years ago, people looked at the 4-year cycle when we got to that moment in time, and they said, we're going longer. Why? Because of infinite QE money printing. That was the reason in all our minds. Did it work out? No. No, it didn't. Okay. Because it's all about the 4-year government debt rollover cycle. I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't. But it won't last forever. Because people are going to, this is the thing, people will eventually catch on to it. And when it seeps into society that much, it might affect the US government bond auctions, okay? Because people know the scheme now. They know the money debasing. No one wants to buy the bonds. Because, like, do you want to, here's the thing, you're a credit card, yeah? Do you want to loan out a credit card to a guy who is going to buy another credit card to pay you off? That's his way of paying you. Do you really want to loan to that guy? Eventually, you're like, that looks a bit too risky. I don't want that guy's business. Okay, well, imagine the whole world knew the US government was doing that. You would never loan to them. You know, okay? So, but here's the thing. No one's figured it out yet. They have figured it out. They just don't believe it. Okay? They know it, but what did I tell you? Green candles make you smarter. So when we put a big, fat, thick, juicy green candle in their face, hopefully Bitcoin above 200K, they'll start to wake up. Okay? Make sure you like, subscribe, better, and all. Catch you soon.